You need to understand what is happening right now, because the car industry is not just changing, it is being completely rewritten. We are looking at a 3.5-ton luxury SUV that is currently driving on water. No, I did not stutter. And no, that is not CGI. This vehicle is physically floating in a lake, sealing itself off like a submarine, and using its wheels as propellers to drive back to shore. It has 1,200 horsepower. It can spin in a perfect circle on dry pavement like a tank. It has a built-in airport on the roof for a drone that flies itself. And the interior makes a Rolls-Royce Cullinan blush. This is the BYD Yangwang U8L. The L stands for long wheelbase, which basically means they took the regular U8, which was already a monster, and stretched it out to create a private jet for the road. And today, I am going to walk you through every single inch of this thing, because you need to see it to believe it. This isn't just a car review, this is a wake-up call. The Chinese car industry just dropped a nuke on the luxury market, and I don't think anyone in Detroit or Stuttgart was ready for it. Let's start with the face of this thing, because honestly, it's terrifying. They call this design language Interstellar, and for once, a marketing team actually nailed the name. It looks like something an alien warlord would drive to a peace treaty negotiation. The grille isn't just a grille, it's a massive gate of time that blends into the headlights. When the car is off, it looks like a black mirror, like a void. But when you unlock it, the entire front end wakes up with this matrix LED light show that looks like a meteor shower crashing into the atmosphere. It's aggressive, it's blocky, and it has this sheer presence that makes a Range Rover look polite. If you see this in your rearview mirror, you don't just move over, you feel the urge to apologize for existing in its lane. And look at the roof. See those 3 bumps right above the windshield? That is not styling. That is military-grade hardware. We're talking LiDAR units and night vision cameras. This car can see in pitch-black darkness better than you can see at noon. It's mapping the world in 3D, millimeters at a time, looking for pedestrians, other cars, or maybe just judging the potholes. It feels like it's scanning your soul. And the sheer scale of it. This is the L version, so it's roughly 5.4 meters long. It's a land yacht. It's huge, but the proportions are so squared off and muscular that it doesn't look bloated like some luxury SUVs. It looks dense, like it's carved out of a single block of granite. Walking around to the side, you really start to see the flex. The wheels are massive 22-inch forged alloys. But look closer. Look at the center cap. It's floating, just like a Rolls-Royce. The Yangwang logo stays perfectly upright while the wheel spins. It's such a small detail, but it tells you exactly who they are gunning for. They aren't trying to beat Ford or Chevy. They are headhunting Goodwood. And on this specific edition, that logo isn't plastic. It's not aluminum, it's gold, copper, and gold. I'm not joking. Who puts gold on a wheel cap? Someone who wants to make sure you know they have money, that's who. And check out the D-pillar here on the side. There are these 6 silver bars embedded in the glass. It's actually an LED battery indicator. So when you plug the car in, you don't have to check your phone or look at the dashboard. You can just glance at the side of the car from your living room window, and the bars light up to tell you how full the battery is. It's such a simple, functional flex. Why doesn't my Tesla do that? Why do I have to open an app? This is what I mean. They're thinking of things we didn't even know we wanted. But the craziest engineering flex on the exterior is something you can't even see until you look inside the wheel wells. Look at the space in there. This car rides on the DiSUS-P hydraulic suspension system. It's not just air suspension, it's hydraulic. That means it can control the oil flow to each shock absorber instantly. Here's why that matters. If you get a flat tire in this car, you don't stop. You don't call AAA. The suspension detects the pressure loss and physically lifts that corner of the car up. It balances the vehicle on 3 wheels, and you can drive to the repair shop at normal speeds without destroying your rim. Bro, what? That feels illegal. It's like the car is refusing to be inconvenienced by reality. And around the back, the insanity continues. The taillights are these massive pixelated clusters that look like 8-bit graphics from a video game, but made of rubies. It's retro and futuristic at the same time. The spare tire cover is a giant octagon, and honestly the whole rear end gives off this vibe of, I can go anywhere but I'm gonna look expensive doing it. But notice what's missing. There is no rear wiper. I looked everywhere, it's gone. Why? Because a wiper blade is ugly. Instead, they installed a high-pressure air jet and a camera system that cleans the rear glass instantly. They engineered a complex pneumatic system just to avoid putting a piece of rubber on the glass. That is the level of obsession we are dealing with here. Now let's talk about what's under the skin, because the numbers on the spec sheet read like fan fiction. This is built on BYD's E4 platform. That means 4 independent electric motors, 1 for each wheel. There is no drive shaft, no differential connecting the left and right wheels. Each wheel has a mind of its own. Combined, these motors put out 1,180 horsepower. Let me say that again, 1,180. This is a boxy SUV that weighs as much as a small house and has more power than a Bugatti Veyron did when it first came out. It hits 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. That is faster than a Corvette Stingray. Imagine pulling up to a stoplight in your sleek aerodynamic sports car and getting gapped by a 3-row family hauler with a fridge in the back. It's humiliating. But horsepower isn't even the cool part. Because each wheel is independent, they can spin in opposite directions. The left wheels spin forward, the right wheels spin backward, and the car performs a tank turn. It rotates 360 degrees on its own axis. Imagine, you're in a tight parking spot or you hit a dead end on a narrow trail. You don't do a 3-point turn. You don't back up. You just activate tank mode, spin around, and drive away. The valet guys would lose their minds. You could literally just spin in circles to flex on people. It destroys tires, sure, but if you can afford this car, you can afford tires. Now you might be thinking, okay, but it's an EV, so range anxiety, right? Wrong. This is an EEV, an extended range electric vehicle. Under the hood, there's a 2.0-liter turbo engine, but that engine isn't connected to the wheels, it's just a massive generator. Its only job is to sit there, sip gas, and charge the massive 49 kilowatt-hour battery. So, you drive on pure electricity for about 120 miles, which, honestly, covers 99% of your daily life. But if you want a road trip, the gas engine kicks in seamlessly, charges the battery, and gives you a total combined range of over 620 miles. You get the instant torque and silence of an electric car with the convenience of a gas station. It's really the perfect bridge technology, and it makes so much sense for a vehicle this size. But, hey, we have to talk about the water, the emergency float mode. This is the feature that broke the internet. The entire core of the car is IP68 waterproof rated. If you drive into deep water, maybe a flash flood, or maybe you're just feeling adventurous, the sensors detect that the wheels have lost contact with the ground. Immediately, the suspension lifts to the maximum height, the windows roll up, the sunroof opens so you have an escape route if needed. The climate control switches to recirculation to seal the cabin, and the car floats. It becomes a boat. But, because the wheels can spin independently and torque vector, they act like paddle wheels. You can actually steer and move forward at about 2 miles per hour to get back to shore. It keeps you afloat for up to 30 minutes. I mean, when was the last time Ford added a boat mode to the Explorer? Never. And that's when, okay, deep breath, because we haven't even opened the door yet. The exterior is the flex, the interior is the apology letter to your bank account. As you approach, the power retractable running boards lower down to greet you. You open the door and the smell hits you. It's that rich, expensive leather smell. Napa leather everywhere. And I mean everywhere. The dashboard, the door pockets, the ceiling, the sides of the center console, where your knee rests. There is not a single piece of hard, scratchy plastic in this cabin. The design is overwhelming. They call it a cockpit, and it feels like one. The dashboard is dominated by screens, but it's symmetrical, which is so pleasing to the eye. In the center, you have this beautiful 12.8-inch OLED curved screen that waterfalls down into the console. The blacks are perfect, the colors pop, the resolution is crisp. But then in front of the driver, there's a 23.6-inch ultra-wide screen for your gauges and info, and then, because why not, there is another identical 23.6-inch screen for the passenger. This passenger screen is wild. It has a privacy filter, so the driver can't see it and get distracted. Your passenger can be watching Netflix, scrolling TikTok, or, and this is my favorite part, managing the built-in karaoke system. Yes, the car comes with factory microphones. You can sing your heart out while doing 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It's ridiculous, and I love it. And the physical controls, thank you, BYD. They didn't bury everything in a touchscreen. Below the center screen, there are these tactile heavy metal toggle switches for your drive modes and